You're listening to Dream with Your Eyes Open, written and narrated by Ronnie Screwvala. This audiobook is an IVM production.
Entrepreneurial Chronology, the last 25 years. I'm sharing my career arc in headline form, not because this book is about my career per se, but rather to offer a point of reference. In each chapter, I draw on anecdotes that connect my own real-life experiences, both the good and the bad, to the book's message. These stories aren't always presented in chronological order. My entrepreneurial journey spans 25 years till date. My first serious business venture was pioneering cable TV in India in the early 1980s, before stumbling into manufacturing toothbrushes later in the decade. That business, laser brushes, grew to be one of the largest of its kind in India. My early theatre and front of television days, which began as a hobby, attracted me to the media and entertainment business. In the early 90s, I incorporated UTV with a vision that, at the time, was not so ambitious: to create television programs for various channels. Over the next 5 years, we grew in imagination and ambition, created various divisions, and started offering a range of services, from making advertising films and documentaries to providing in-flight entertainment programming for multiple airlines, dubbing for most Hollywood live action and animation content in India, and setting up a large post-production and special effects studio, even while continuing to create television shows. Up until then, I had not raised external funding, neither for cable television nor for toothbrushes or UTV, mainly because the ecosystem wasn't mature enough then. And there was another reason guiding this decision. I wanted to bootstrap without being answerable to external investors at a time when I focused on growing businesses where predictability was low. However, in the mid-1990s, I changed my business model. Seeking scale and needing capital, we took on our very first investor, Rupert Murdoch. Soon after, Warburg Pincus, one of the top 3 global funds, also took a stake in UTV. Our subsidiary built a state-of-the-art post-production studio and later a massive animation facility, for which we managed to bring in 3 investors on board: Hinduja Finance, Infrastructure Leasing and Financial Services IL&FS, and Mitsui of Japan. In the early 2000s, we embarked on 3 major initiatives, amongst many others always in the works. For one, we expanded the UTV footprint across Southeast Asia, specifically to Singapore and Malaysia, to create television programs and later even a channel. Second, back from a trip to the US and inspired by what Sam Walton and Walmart were doing, as also the success of the home shopping channels, Home Shopping Network HSN and QVC, I decided to pioneer home shopping and as seen on TV in India. For our home shopping business, separate from UTV, we were able to bring on board marquee Silicon Valley investors Draper and Walden. Our third initiative was acquiring a South Indian, Tamil, language channel, Vijay TV, from liquor baron Vijay Mallya, which we grew for 2 years. We then partnered with Star TV for a 50-50 joint venture to broadcast across all 4 South Indian languages. By 2006, the scale bug had bitten us. UTV pivoted to a mostly consumer-facing business. We began our expansion towards a broadcast television network, a movie studio, and eventually games and mobile. Our kids channel Hungama led to a long and fruitful partnership with the Walt Disney Company. Soon after, we launched Bindas, India's first youth channel, and a bouquet of 3 movie channels under the UTV brand. I personally started a business news channel, Bloomberg UTV, tying up with Bloomberg, the #1 global name in business data. UTV's foray into movies started with a few duds. We learnt well from these setbacks, evident in the success of the 2003-2004 Chalte Chalte, Swades, and Laksh. But our real inflection point was the 2006 breakout Rang De Basanti. With our fair share of ups and downs, we created, produced, distributed, or co-produced more than 60 movies over the next decade. Looking for the next big thing, we also diversified into games, console, multiplayer, and mobile. For the first time, acquiring rather than building. With the sole exception of Vijay TV, everything I'd done up to then was built from the ground up and organically. In February 2012, the Walt Disney Company acquired UTV. I transitioned as the managing director of the combined entity Disney UTV till December 2013, when I moved out of media and entertainment and into my second innings.